what's going on. Please follow me on Twitter at Mitchell365. If you think I'm at least halfway decent at my job, I would definitely appreciate it. And if you guys like the Oakland Raiders Report, please subscribe on YouTube. I would definitely appreciate that as well. Okay, so I talked about some news. I talked about some rumors. Now I'm going to get into my second segment, and it's 5 winners leading up so far in the preseason. And first off, I'm going to give a shout-out to the Raiders' defensive line because these guys have been absolutely balling out. And I just talked about it earlier. Already 11 sacks this preseason, and that deserves some credit. Now, just imagine how awesome this defensive line would be if we added a guy like Khalil Mack. I'm telling you what, there was so many rumors this offseason. Sure, I was spreading some of them that I was really worried about this defensive line. But then when you look at Maurice Hurst, who I like a lot, Arden Kia, who I like a lot, Irvin's there now in the defensive end. This Raiders defensive line is playing well, and I really hope Matt can join in on the fun. The next winner I got so far is Marcell Ateman, wide receiver. So, he's a solid guy in the red zone, right? 6'5", 216 pounds. And sure, he had, some touchdowns in the Big 12, but I guess who didn't, right? So he's working his way up the Raiders' depth chart, and I think he could be a reason why a guy like RYan Switzer was let go. Ateman has played well, and when you look at last week against the Packers, he led the Raiders wide receivers with 4 receptions. Sure, only 34 yards, but still, the most catches in that third preseason game, which is known as a dress rehearsal. So, Marcell Ateman is a guy that Raiders fans should not sleep on in this upcoming season, and I think he's a clear winner so far. The next winner I got so far is Gareon Conley because he is the roller coaster. If Oakland opened up a theme park right now, it could be the Gareon Conley roller coaster because this guy's got ups, and man, he's got some downs too. But he's been impressive when he's been on the field, and that's no secret, right? So I think when you look at a guy like Conley, we can sit here and say, yeah, he's got all the tools, but he just needs to stay healthy. I mean, there's a reason why this guy was compared to a guy like Aqib Talib. He's solid against the pass, he's solid against the run, and he's just ultimately a guy that I really want to see on the field more. So Gareon Conley continues to be a solid guy defensively, and he's just swatting away passes. He's swatting away just about everything because, well, he's wrapping things up, he's swatting away stuff, and I absolutely love that. Speaking of swatting away and wrapping things up, it kind of sounds like my weekend because shout out to Mizzen+Main for hooking me up with my awesome dress shirt that I wore out to the clubs. And I'll be honest, I was swatting away girls. I was wrapping things up, which sometimes is maybe not always my thing that I do. But if you guys want to check out www.comfortable.af, get your own Mizzen+Main shirt, I promise you guys will absolutely love it. And the ladies will too. You got my word. All right, now more into some more winners there. All right, the next guy is Marquel Lee. And because, well, this guy's been really good. So he's selected in the 5th round of the 2017 NFL Draft. And he only had 25 tackles in 2017. But right now he's PFF's highest-rated linebacker this preseason, which maybe is another reason why we're not giving a guy like Khalil Mack a call or Navarro Bowman. But the fact that this guy, Lee, is stepping up in the preseason is something that I like to see because it's a good story. And if he could be a player that the Raiders can rely on, at least just from a depth perspective, I like that a lot this season. The last winner, and it's not even close to probably the biggest winner is for the Raiders right now this preseason, it's Chris Warren. Chris Warren right now, like, I'm pretty sure if you did a fantasy football draft, Chris Warren might go first overall over a guy like Le'Veon Bell. Like, the hype around this guy is awesome, and I love to see it. Preseason, 46 carries, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns. This guy is showing a nice combination of speed, power, something like that we used to see at Texas. And I think before this preseason started, he was on the bubble of making the 53-man roster. Well, guess what? I think he's almost a lock to make it now. So, guys, I want to know from you, true or false, Chris Warren is going to start one game in 2018. The hype is real. So if you think Chris Warren is going to start a game in 2018, give me a heart for true or a like for false. Raider Nation, thank you so much for tuning in to the Raiders Report. My name is Mitchell Renz. Please follow me on Twitter at MitchellRenz365. And remember your homework assignment. Subscribe to the Raiders Report on YouTube and tell somebody about it. I would definitely appreciate that. I'm going to see you guys on Monday. So if you need some extra Monday motivation, make sure you tune into the Raiders Report. Until then, go Raiders.